Take a look at a standard office kitchen during a lunch break. You'll see colleagues huddled around the coffee machine, casting conspiratorial glances at the boss's closed door, whispering in hushed tones. We're used to thinking of this as something shameful, petty, and entirely useless from an evolutionary standpoint. For centuries, social morality has told us that gossiping is a sin, and that truly noble people only discuss great ideas. But let's travel back a few million years and look at a group of chimpanzees in the wild jungle. Their behavior is surprisingly similar. They sit in a circle for hours, enthusiastically grooming each other and picking out parasites. And here's where it gets interesting. There is a direct, unbreakable evolutionary link between these two scenes. What if I told you that this so-called idle chatter is exactly what allowed our species to step out of dark caves and build shining skyscrapers? Gossip isn't a random bug in our psychology, nor is it just bad manners. It is a highly complex and crucial piece of social technology, one that, at a specific moment in time, completely replaced our oldest method of biological bonding. At some point, your ancestors simply stopped physically cleaning each other's fur and started masterfully cleaning each other's reputations instead. Welcome to the real history of humanity, where the language of whispers built civilization. All social primates practice something called grooming, that very same mutual fur cleaning. For monkeys, this isn't just a hygiene routine to get rid of ticks, it's their primary political tool. By grooming a peer, a monkey is literally saying, "I trust you, I'm on your side. Let's team up against that alpha over there." During this physical contact, their brains release endorphins, the hormones of happiness and calm. This is exactly how strong coalitions are formed, alliances are forged, and a fragile peace is maintained within the pack. But there is one massive, purely mathematical problem with this beautifully idyllic system. You physically cannot groom more than 1 or 2 monkeys at the same time, because you only have 2 hands and a limited number of hours in the day. As the primitive groups of our ancestors grew and expanded, there simply wasn't enough time left for this manual massage. British anthropologist Robin Dunbar calculated that if a human group expanded to 150, we would have to spend roughly 40% of our daylight hours doing nothing but grooming fur. And that would mean a guaranteed death by starvation or predator attacks. We desperately needed a fundamentally new, revolutionary tool. Let's call it long-distance grooming. That's when nature made a brilliant evolutionary leap, gifting us with articulate speech. Language became the unique mechanism that allowed us to groom 10 or 20 peers simultaneously with just one captivating story. Why waste hours on manual labor when you can just have a heart-to-heart talk? But don't rush to assume our ancestors immediately started composing grand myths or philosophical treatises on the meaning of life. Studies of modern hunter-gatherers like the Kung tribe in the Kalahari Desert reveal a striking pattern. During daylight hours, 94% of their conversations consist of dry, rigid, and boring logistics. Men and women exchange short, functional phrases. Who is gathering roots? Exactly where antelope tracks were spotted? Which direction the clean water is in? But the moment the sun dips below the horizon and the cool darkness of night sets in, their world completely transforms. People gather around a blazing campfire, and all the daytime hustle instantly vanishes. Astonishingly, about 80% of all nighttime fireside conversations are pure storytelling, myths, and, most importantly, detailed discussions about other people. The night turned into the perfect time for exchanging highly valuable social data. Right there, to the crackle of embers, the tribe figured out critically important things. Which neighbors could actually be trusted? Who secretly broke unspoken rules? And who proved themselves to be a true, fearless hero? The campfire became the very first movie theater in human history. Let's be honest here. Gossip became our very first primitive lie detector and a fundamental system for collective security. Picture an ancient camp where one of the hunters decides to cheat the system. During the day, he secretly finds ripe honey and eats it all by himself, ignoring his hungry peers. But one vigilant tribe mate accidentally spots this shameful act. At night, by the fire, this information inevitably becomes public knowledge. 65. The witness doesn't pick a fight right away. He just calmly tells the rest of the tribe about it while the thief is sleeping. And the next morning, the magic of social pressure happens. Nobody helps the deceiver, and they refuse to share the catch with him. If you knew for a fact that every single bad or selfish thing you did would instantly be known by the entire tribe, you'd think twice before betraying the group. It was exactly this total fear of disgrace that created human empathy. Gossip forged a complex social hierarchy where a flawless personal reputation suddenly became far more important than the brute physical strength of an alpha male. We created a culture where words hit harder than a stone axe. In a way, idle chatter is the very first hard drive of our shared human culture. For millions of years, the unspoken rules of survival for our entire species were ruthlessly recorded onto this invisible drive. Let's drop the act and look at today. Modern humanity is doing exactly the same thing, just using technology. Our endless social networks, messengers, and work chats in Telegram and Slack are just one colossal digital campfire. Every single second, we log on for one reason only: to lightning-fast check who is one of us today, and who has irreversibly turned into an outsider. We write reviews, leave likes, and post comments, building a global reputation. We remain exactly the same primitive humans, sitting nervously by a fire in a dark, wild forest, desperately trying to make sense of this complex world through simple, everyday stories. So the next time you catch yourself with a burning desire to hear or spread some fresh gossip, just smile and don't be so hard on yourself. Remember, these aren't just words. They are the magnificent echo of the very mechanism that once made us human.